Porra, não.
What's in here?
The shadows claim veterano. Not for me to interfere.
Óbvio. Meu Deus do céu. Meu Deus do céu. Ai. Ai, 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 ai. Nossa, o bastardo tá fudido. Tá.
Nothing will stand in my
Eu tenho
way.
um brandido aqui. Tá.
Shall we dance? Rough tempest I will raise. Eat this.
Can't afford to let up.
Deu 2 ataques. Mesmo no bicho morto.
Where do I go from here?
Desci.
Witching hour.
Nada, né? Talvez se for, não tem. Não. Tem uma carta. Essa carta está escrita em um pedaço de papel e sangue e o tempo deixaram algumas partes ilegíveis. Socorro, a escuridão chegou em Hatchwood. Nos isolamos de todos os lados, nos enviamos pessoas por ela, tá... É. Foi quando deu a merda da escuridão. Tem aquela carta que eu não li, né? Carta não enviada. Sou um verdadeiro gênio. O pessoal está se mandando por causa da maldição. 2 idiotas me imploraram para voltar e pegar o bilhete dele, mas tem um anel a ser minha chave pra cidade. A velhota estava desesperado. Você perdeu a história triste dele. Ellie May, minha esposa, amor da minha vida, blá blá blá. Ele ficava tentando estar tudo uma mulher. Enfim, ele foi enterrado com o anel da família dos provedores de escuridão. Vou pegar a joia até você. Baldur que se prepare, porque eu estou... Ih, morreu. Fudeu.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Puxa. A estalagem é ali. Ali é o acampamento que a gente achou o cara, né? Pediu pra gente fazer um negócio.
Let's see.
Ah, aqui é o acampamento.
This place is for a warm bed and full stomach. Look no further. Welcome to the Last Light Inn.
Estalagem, então. Acho que a gente vai entrar lá e vou falar com... Entrar lá, vou falar com a Mitch no acampamento depois do diálogo aqui. E eu vou parar por hoje, galera. Tá quase na hora de jantar. Tô com fome já.
No shadows here. Something must be keeping it at bay.
You there! Step forward and keep your hands off your weapons.
Easy. He's with me.
Come. Jahira!
Olha só quem apareceu. Jahira. Tá velha ela, né? Passou um tempo já. Elas vinham de novo, mano. O tempo todo isso.
Well, I am certainly no innocent paladin, so I'll bind you with vines a moment longer, if you do not mind.
This is why we're here, you see. It is a curious creature that hides all manner of secrets. But if there's one thing that we know, It's that it knows its own kind. You should never have come here, true soul.
Isso.
Stop! What are you doing? He's the one who saved us!
Olha só.
He's the one who protected the Emerald Grove.
Yup. Didn't leave a goblin standing. Not so bad to hang around with either. Saved one of my friends from a druid with a snake. Knows when to be discreet too. I pretty much trust him with my life.
Que isso? O
True soul with
moleque é
a
gente
mind
boa.
of his own? How is that possible? Enlighten me. Now.
Nossa, esse aqui é difícil. É, não foi.
Not good enough.
Tá bom. O que tá comigo no Takashia do Hashi? Eu não peguei?
What in the hells is that thing? More or less. Congratulations. You've earned yourself the benefit of the doubt. Hear me, Harpers. All clear. At ease. I'll not pretend to understand what that artifact is. But I'm old and wise enough to recognize a sliver of hope when it crawls out of the dark. Tell me, why have you come here? Then you've found an ally in me. For that is precisely why I am here. There's food in the inn over there. Beds too if you require rest. Aloe oil in the cupboard, in case the vines gave you a rash. Settle in. Then come join me for a drink. You may just be the godsend we've been praying for.
Blood, this is heavy.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
Você não vai falar nada que eu peguei seu artefato, não?
So, that's what people mean when they talk about butterflies in their stomach.
Bom, tá bom. Não vai falar sobre o que aconteceu, não, tá tudo bem.
I expected to find lurking in this cursed gloom. Certainly wasn't this. Glimmer of hope amidst the darkness.
That's one way of looking at it. You could also say it's a prime target. The one pocket of light in the gloom.
Verdade.
See any movement out there?
Salvo.
Oh, pragmatism. Thy name is Shadow.
Too dark to tell.
You're not wrong, though. Lest we keep our sojourn here
bet
to a
they're close.
minimum.
Watching us.
Vamos ir falar com o Almister antes de fechar hoje. Cadê? Será que tem diálogo com a da galera por causa daqui?
Greeting. It is over where I am concerned. It is through conflict that we strengthen our bonds. Yet I do not recommend Shadowheart seek it again. The next resolution may not end in her favor.
Parecia que você quase morreu, na real. Tá tudo bem. Cadê o Almister? Ali ele.
Ah!
There you are. Now, I hope you don't mind my having ingratiated myself into the most palatable graces of your provisions. You find me quite sated indeed. Yes, what a delightful wedge of old Arthurian that was. Doesn't do to parley on an empty stomach, you know. Makes one's words frivolous when they should be
Mano,
grave.
é o Mister, cara.
Plenty to digest, after all. A good deal to stew over, if you will. Words ladled with import should be savored so as to better absorb their meaning. Wouldn't you agree?
Elminster.
Right. You see, that is to say, Gale, my boy, I've come to address a most pressing matter. I'll speak as plainly as I can, forswearing the accustomed frills that decorate my speech. I'm here on behalf of Mistra. The message and the charge I bring you are hers.
Oh, Mistra's delicate feet are ill-suited for the hardships of the road.
You know where you went wrong, Gale. No, we needn't dwell on that here and now. But even so, you're to be given a chance of redemption.
Mistra would consider forgiveness.
She would consider what she considers to be forgiveness. Mistra is aware of the misadventures that have befallen you both. She knows of your strife with the Absolute, that most insidious of evils. They choose the instruments of their will with great precision. Sometimes the single drops we think we are do not realize what waves we are building up to be. Do not discount yourself, and by the same token, do not discount your enemy. You must know that the Absolute is more dangerous than you can possibly conceive. It threatens all who live, even those who are undying. It threatens the gods, the weave, the very fabric of
Isso,
the
cara.
universe
A gente level
itself.
6 só, vai ter
That
mais
is
o level
why I
2.
have come here to charge you, Gale, with its destruction. It is Mistra's belief that only you can.
Isso.
I doubt not your conviction, but Gale has an unnatural advantage.
The orb.
Precisely. Mistra has granted me the power to stop the clock, as it were, on the orb's rush to overpower you. Instead, you will be able to unleash its lethal combustion at will.
Interesting. This could be help or hindrance. We shall have to see.
You must find the heart of the Absolute, whatever that may be, and use yourself as the catalyst that will
vai tomar
burn
seu
it
cu.
from this world.
Não.
He is not. But it seems that Mistra is.
It brings me no pleasure saying this, my friend, but such is Mistra's will. Yours must be the sacrifice that will undo the absolute. And for your sacrifice, you will be redeemed. Such is Mystra's promise. With that, I've said my sorry piece, and need only bestow unto thee the charm I was bid. Mina hastra mistrariel Italion thras annas dithra. It is done. Both charge and charm have been committed into your care. To you, I commit into care Gale himself. I count on you to shepherd him well on this strangest of journeys.
Or some other fortune altogether.
Like moons make swell and wane the nescient seas, so too the sky-strewn gods ordain the tidal fates of mortal days. And yet, an ocean born in lonely hours, come ebb, come flow, come all that is beyond the breadth of our dominion. Be a moon unto yourself. Even the waves of fate can break upon the shores of will. Farewell, my friend.
Farewell, Elminster. I'm glad she chose you.
Opa, ele só desapareceu. Tá bom.
An audience with Elminster is never less than memorable. I'd have hoped to introduce you to him in less dire circumstances. But those are hard to come by these days. The doddering act is merely an illusion, one he's most adept at maintaining. Elminster is the most formidable wizard in the realms. Perhaps in existence. For Mystra to have sent him, the severity of her bidding could not be clearer, or weigh more heavily on me. Time seems so infinite when you're young. A month is an age. A year is a lifetime. It is a strange feeling to realize how little of it one might have left. Of course, we offer the clearest solution to our problem. All I have to do is find the right place and time, close my eyes, and let go. Then the slate will be clean. Wrongs will be righted, the absolute will be gone, and I along with it. I've no doubt she has the power to do so, but as for the permission, Ao would not look kindly on her meddling in mortal affairs. Divine intervention has a tendency to make things worse, not better. As for Elminster, he's saved the realms more times than legend can recount. But to take on a god is no easy feat, even for him. My orb is the best chance we have, and only I can wield it. If there was, I'm sure the goddess of magic and the greatest wizard who ever lived would have identified it. But alas, only one solution is offered. That remains ahead of us for now. The heart of the Absolute must be discovered before I can stop its beating. Let's save such certainty for the moment such a decision is upon us. We may feel differently once we know what we're truly up against.
Yeah.
Always a delight to speak with you. What can I do? She expects those who seek to use the weave to do so honestly and with respect for its potential to destroy, as well as its potential to save. I doubt she's asked many of her followers to blow themselves up. That's a fate she's bequeathed exclusively to me. She wouldn't ask such a thing if it weren't our only means of survival. However much she's annoyed at me.
Ministro da coisa.
Oh, you know me, ever the optimist. I'm trying to focus on the positives. Truth is, I was living on borrowed time already. Consuming those items would only have kept the orb sated for so long. If anything, I feel more at peace than I have in months. At least now I know my death will have purpose.
Não vai morrer nada não, amigo.
It won't be a distant bang in the footnotes of history.
Falar com o Ralcinho comigo. Coitado, aqui.
A shame my first brush with the famed Elminster couldn't be a tad more optimistic. Listen, I might invoke the Triad from time to time, appeal to Helm, but I'm no man of faith. Not like Gale. I don't know what drives a man to consider his own death, among countless others, to be an appropriate exchange for his goddess's forgiveness. To me, it all sounds like nonsense. The faith that matters most is that which you hold in yourself, in the ones that most matter to you.
Caralho, eu
Big
concordo
Mom
muito com
be
isso.
damned. Gale's got everything he needs to defeat the Absolute already. Talent,
Caralho.
nerve,
O nível é
and
muito da hora,
powerful
mano.
allies at his side. I hope he'll come to see that.
Caralho. Você é muito fina, mano.
The shadow curse is upon us. As foul as I remember it. Perhaps even worse. But with the Oak Father's blessing, we may soon see it banished from these lands.
This land is more than just soil and rock, root and leaf. It is a living being.
Isso.
In the form of a young fey boy, with the forest itself in his eyes. His name is Thaniel. I've met him in my meditations.
But since the curse was unleashed, I have not felt his presence. He is its prisoner, I fear.
Espírito da floresta.
And as long as he remains so, his domain will lie in darkness.
But if we can find him, we can break the curse. If you learn anything of the Shadowfell, or of a boy with the forest in his eyes, find me at once.
Beleza.
I can't be exact, unfortunately. Time and the Shadow Curse won't have been kind to any traces that would have been left behind. A living witness is unlikely, I'll admit. But perhaps there'll be an unliving witness, or some lingering echo of what we seek. Don't worry. If you find something, you will know it.
Beleza.
It's not easy seeing the ravages of the shadow.
You've shared your fire with me, your company. A small pocket of light against the darkness. But one I couldn't do without. Thank you. You're too modest by far. What fate would I have met without you? Rotting in the goblin cells? Dying against an onslaught on the grove? More good has been done since I met you than in 100 years before. Words cannot express my gratitude.
Ele passa lá pro Senhor dos Anéis, né?
Yes, I think you do. Forgive me. Sometimes I forget myself, gazing on the beauty of nature's creations.
I can't believe Mistra actually expects Gale to just sacrifice himself like that. Seems like a waste of a fine mind.
I can't believe Mistress demanding Gale sacrifice himself to destroy the Absolute.
Você acha que tá
It's
puto?
just a waste of a perfectly good cult that we could be controlling. And a waste of a perfectly good Gale, I suppose.
Elminster. Even the Githyanki have heard tell of the Sage of Shadowdale. Some of his works have been translated to Tirsu. That doesn't mean his every word carries wisdom, however. Near as I can tell, Mystra demands Gale's faith, but holds no faith in him. Why else would she demand Gale sacrifice himself, and perhaps so many others? Does she not think he can destroy the Absolute with his own immense talents? Does she not know the mighty company that he keeps? Demanding Vlaakith may be, but she acts for the good of the Githyanki people. Mystra is concerned only for herself. Perhaps he'd find forgiveness in a fiery death. But I can't help but wonder why he'd want it at all.
Wise words, wise words. Sabe as palavras.
Oh, was that Gale's granddad? It doesn't ring a bell. All right. Must have had something important to say to Gale if he came all this way. Good news, I hope.
Yeah.
Whoa, now, he's got a... Well, I guess that would explain a little, but... Mystra? I mean, this is a lot to take in. What's he going to do? Fuck me. There's devotion and then there's stupidity. If the god of magic can't handle this without sacrificing Gale, she's no god at all. Poor Gale. He must be in bits after hearing that. I'll distract him. Tell him I haven't read a book since secondary school. Watch his face melt off. Yes! We need to go find Damon. I'm going to get a hug. Soon!
Cadê Scratch? Pra gente dar uma acariciada nele e terminar por hoje. E aí, rapaz? Se sujar todo.
Traps, please.
Acampamento. É isso então por hoje, família. Chegamos finalmente ao ato 2. Nós temos comerciantes aqui no... Vamos ver o que eles vendem. Antes de fechar. Eu ia fechar o episódio, mas... Aqui acho que deve ser um moleque, né? Esse aqui é uma... Esse aqui é a pista, vamos ver.
Stock up while you can. I only hope I brought enough to see us through.
Vamos ver o que tem de bom aqui. O poderoso pano. Opa! Mas isso aqui é muito bom pra bárbaro. Cara, isso é muito bom, cara. Bárbaro. Cara, isso é muito bom pra bárbaro. Porra! Isso aqui é bom pra mago. Porra! Putz, isso aqui dá shield. Vai ser da hora, né? Quando o inimigo que um ataque corpo a corpo. Pô, isso é muito bom. Para Jogador. Não tão bom. Não tão bom. Ah, legal. Isso aqui é uma feat que faz isso, né? Ah, mais 2. Do defensor. Pô, essa arma aqui é boa, mas... caralho, acabei de comprar coisa boa já. Na capa. Ah, meu Deus. Aqui vai ter que pegar. Manto da proteção pra ontem. Só coisa boa, cara. Que isso? Adaga mais 2. Que isso, que isso, que isso, que isso. Tem até sem jeito aqui. Que isso. Pô, mas isso aqui pra Bárbara é muito forte, cara. Mas eu não tô com tanta grana assim pra dar pra ver sem usar. Mas caralho. Só coisa boa. Essa arma, na teoria, é melhor que a minha, né? Só que, pô, a minha é da Silence. Dá só uma mais de dano, né? Eu prefiro o Silence, eu acho, do que ganhar um de AC. Atualmente. É. Mas esse aqui eu vou pegar.
Take care now.
Suave. Eu podia pedir coisa de graça pra ela, com a minha persuasão, mas eu não tô afim, não. Não faria isso. Não sou um paladino. Eu sou um paladino que tem. Vamos dar esse chute pra ela aqui agora. Ela ganha ajuda. Ganha uma magia de level 1. Ainda ganha essa reação legal. Ah, pera, é pesado o escudo? Então não consegue equipar. Aí, porra. Essa capa. Tá equipada agora. Você fica com coisa do Red Prince aí. Suguei, pode ficar. Mais um destreza, mais um em AC, 20 de AC pegando, safe. E o colar. Cadê o colar? Vou deixar o colar dos mortos-vivos com o Gale. Ele que gosta dessa porra. Não, eu posso equipar quando eu quiser só, né? E colar com o corpo. Agora tem o shield também, se eu quiser. Vantagem já é sem sabedoria, muito bom. O colar é muito bom, cara. Deus.
Yeah. There's more where that came from.
Eu posso sempre usar o negócio pra falar.
wants to know about supplies. Will we make it home?
Burning through
I
our
wish we had a
oil, but
bloody army.
it should just about do.
Just about.
Um negócio que não
We
nos
shouldn't hang around too long.
sempre perguntar. Eu acho que tinha uma reação do Astarion que não tava perguntando coisa, hein? Cadê? Não, era cá. Do Astarion? Qual é o do Gale?
How's the barricade coming along?
Can't afford to stay idle.
Tá tudo perguntar ativado, tá? Qual é o negócio de magia dele? Vamos trocar as magias, né, galera? A gente não tá usando o raio da bruxa, tem que level 1 aqui, botando lugar. Nada muito legal. Vai ser útil.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Mas a gente tá muito forte agora. Tá doido. Uma parada. Na quest. Uhum. Uhum. Tá falando das coisas que a gente descobriu até agora. Caralho, um monte de coisa aqui dela. Então, mas acho que é isso então, galera. Vamos parar por aqui hoje. E depois a gente continua amanhã, provavelmente. O jogo está ficando cada vez mais interessante. Vamos dar uma explorada aqui no acampamento. Explorar o ato 2, né? Mas porra, esses itens mágicos aqui, mano. Se eu tivesse de Bárbara, eu estaria feliz, hein, mano. Porque ele te dá 2 de força, cara. E imune a coisa. Nossa, os itens mágicos potentes aqui. Quando eu jogar de Bárbara, eu tô feliz nesse jogo. Mas anyway. É isso então, galera. Boa noite pra vocês. Ou boa tarde, bom dia. Não sei que estão assistindo isso. Obrigado por terem assistido até agora. Tamo junto. Valeu e até a próxima.